10 best things I've ever done in art. Number 10. Mr. Facebook. This image was inspired by and assembled through Facebook. I began with a happening called Little Squareheads, harvesting profile pictures from my friends and their friends. Eventually, I had a significant number of people taking note of it through that social platform. Approximately 2,500 pictures constructed the final image. As I assembled the face, people kept guessing who the person may be. Have you figured it out yet? Number 9. Cocktail. I have to be honest, I dislike simplicity in art. Artists are usually complicated, often with an uneasy past. Therefore, their portrayal of the world ought to be emotionally dense. I wanted to give special attention to this detailed piece by making a short movie using elements of it. To draw is to meditate for me. Each dot, line or swell is at the center of my universe at the very moment of creation. Number 8. No rest for the wicked. The acrylic painting was framed through the funds from the sales of my car. I had enough of driving in London, as it is polluting our atmosphere as well as very expensive. Apart from the petrol and insurance, one has to add parking penalties to the regular cost. Inspired by Banksy's street art, in this piece I portray the beloved traffic warden in issuing a parking ticket. The title No Rest for the Wicked applies to both Warden with the pig's face and the supercar. Number 7. Sunday Stroll. Over 30 surreal and alien creatures stroll freely across my first acrylic painting. As a child, I spent days and months admiring the melting art of Salvatore Dali. Yet, I wouldn't dare to compare myself to this crazy grandmaster. However, I claim to be more cheerful than my signature twin, Oskar. Number 6. Rebuilding the economy. Busy bees working on London's iconic gherkin. Yet again, I have produced a surreal visualization with more serious and recognizable elements from this world. It was created during the European uplift from the economic downturn. Number 5. The Ugly Duckling, Dynamic Art Exhibition 1. I view this event as fragments of one big artwork. It took almost a year of intense preparations for this shortage show. Over 30 people have been involved before and during the Ugly Duckling exhibition. Original invitations, special effects and cinema with video clips were some of the treats laid on for our guests. We had drawings rotating on the walls and interactive lights triggered by rubber ducklings dangling around visitors' necks. There was a drawing for children's charity made of sketches visitors contributed during the opening night. Custom-made soundpiece and DJs filled this 2-story space with sound. Great attendance and the sale of over 40 artworks realized the importance and the seminal moment in my career as an artist. Number 4. Icon. This image woke me up around 3 a.m., few days after the death of the young singer from Camden Town. It didn't let me go back to bed until it was fully transferred from my head into visible data. That morning, I found Amy's lookalike on Facebook, produced the draft drawing and shopped for props and some clothes. Imagine the surprise at the pharmacy when I asked for 50 paracetamol boxes. We had a world body painting champion on the set and a renowned photographer specializing in rock and roll album covers. Number 3. Aladdin's Wish. I started this piece back in 2012, having no clue that this will become a sculpture. Whilst testing new markers on the carton, I decided to cut some holes and fold it into a cone shape. Then the idea of illumination came along. It became much more complex than I thought, involving sewing wood, shaping metal mesh and adding heaps of extra light. I love complex organic forms. Here you can see a cross of known species of birds with flowers, insects with mammals, and my fantasy with memories. Unknown life forms here on Earth, but they surely must be somewhere out there. Here we are in 2017, and I find myself adding layers upon layers to this piece. For me, making art can be a journey to the unknown, perhaps channeling thoughts of an extraterrestrial being who claims to be an artist. Number 2. Conceptual Thirst. This is the third portrait of a famous person from my sphere of interest, Damien Hirst. One of the biggest sharks in the art world today, known for his animals in formaldehyde, diamond skulls or pharmacy, this artist made a big impact on my understanding of British art. We had an extra diver and a pool full of props for the shoot, such as plastic shark, custom-made diamond speedos, or expensive jewelry. A day-long photo shoot and weeks of Photoshop resulted in this stunning image. You can spot plenty of metaphors and associations in this artwork, thoroughly executed and thought through. Number 1. Recycled future. In search for new mediums to create art, I've emptied all my storage spaces and cupboards. After a series of sketches and planning, the recycled future started to grow like a mushroom. Friends became aware of this project and kept bringing more clutter, such as broken electronics, unwanted toys, or household ware. All these small objects resembled roofs, facades, bridges, and streets. I have fully immersed myself in this project. Then, I've started to see giant phones, computer parts, or mentioned toys whilst walking on the real streets. To give you an idea of the scale, 2,500 clay people stroll through the city, all with uniquely painted clothing. The whole sculpture is made of over 25,000 pieces and took several thousand hours to be accomplished. I was fortunate to work with Tom, an excellent electrician who stuffed this artwork with a mile worth of cables. My message to you is: recycle for a better future. I hope you enjoyed the top 10 things I've ever made in art. Feel free to share and please leave your comments below. Thanks for watching.